See what happens when Nick is running the board. I do that. When you're on the board, and I got confused because he's sitting there. That's a good excuse. 10:54 at WIOD. We have a little in-house problem there. Anyway, before I do that mobile call, I want to thank again the people at Specs who sent me the Elton John video word in Spanish, because I did watch it last night a couple of times.
Oh,
very closely. And I'm going to tell you that, boy, that is an incredible video.
Now, did you have to clean the TV screen?
No, the interesting part of it is my expensive NEC video recorder I've been having some problems with lately.
Really? And
it needs to be fixed. In other words, the heads are out of alignment or something, and when you drop the cassette in there, it jumps around, or like lines, you know. It's distorted.
It needs cleaning.
And if you stop it and start it often enough, you can clear it up, okay? But it's obviously just a little adjustment that needs to be made. No, it doesn't need cleaning. I cleaned the heads.
You have?
But believe me, I cleaned the heads before I put that in there, because I wanted it to be as clear. And I finally got the lines out of there and got it as clear as a bell, and it was tremendous, okay? By the way, the Pizza Loft is bringing lunch. I just thought I would mention that.
Great.
So we thank Sonny and Mike for offering a little bit of the leftovers from this morning's food, and I passed on that because I knew something would be coming along. What? No, this is a mobile in Pompano.
Hello, Neil.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Great.
Hi, Glenn.
Mobile.
How's it going?
Good.
Hey, listen. First things first. The WID quota, forget it. There should be a new quota, because for some reason, I guess because I'm a douchebag, the thing you need to have a quota on is how many times Neil says, "Hello, Neil." For some reason, that cracks me up. Yeah, that's and that's hysterical.
Well, that's good. I'm happy that it takes so little to make your day, pal.
Sure, it does.
But of course, when you live in this town, it takes just a little bit. Any little thing can really make your day here, and I'm just the guy who can help you out.
To be honest with you, I used to listen to the Herman and McQueen in the morning.
Oh, God.
And I used to have arguments with my friend Mike. He used to say, "Listen to Neil." I said, "I don't want to listen to Neil. I hate that guy who cackles all the time." But Glenn, don't take offense. After listening to the show, I see where you fit in. I think you're funny. I think Neil's hysterical. It's a great show.
Well, you're going to get a hernia by the end of this call. I'm telling you, this is a major league tinkle. I'll tell you that.
I'm tinkling. In fact, I'm getting ready to shake now.
Right, really?
If you can,
well, Casey will be right over to help you shake your booty or something. Watch out for him, by the way.
If you do me a favor, my friend Mike, who converted me over to...
Mike is a douchebag.
He is a definite douchebag.
Okay, see, I beat you to the punch.
I appreciate that, and beating me to the punch is something that I guess, you know...
Yeah, your friend Mike has been busy with. Well, listen, have a great day, and I hope you guys have a good life together.
Thanks, Neil. See you later, Glenn.
Okay.
Well, I feel honored to have cackled through his call.
Let's see, it's 10:57, which means we do have time to play this because we haven't played it yet here.
I woke up this morning with a feeling of despair. I looked for my pussy, but my pussy wasn't there. Well, 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 my cat fell in the well. Oh, puss, 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 poor kitty, 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 my cat fell in the well. I got out a ladder and I climbed down to my pet. I saw in a jiffy that my puss was soaking wet. Well, 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 my cat fell in the well. Oh, puss, 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 poor kitty, 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 my cat fell in the well. The doggone hole by the pump, was she pushed and did she jump? There never was a kitty half as pretty as pussy that fell in the well. There never was a pussy that could quite compare with her. Pretty as a picture with her long and silky fur. Well, 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 my cat fell in the well. Well, oh, pussy, 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 poor kitty, 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 my cat fell in the well. If you have a pussy that you wouldn't trade or sell, never let her wander or she might fall in a well. Well, 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 my cat fell in the well. Oh, puss, 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 poor kitty, 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 my cat fell in the well, fell in the well.
Okay, thank you, Mitch. But wait a minute, before you leave now, just a minute. We have about a minute to go before the news break, and I was told yesterday that you have the last word on the food in the studio.
What?
Like I said, thanks for the card, Mitch. Okay, and we like the clock, too, by the way. Okay, anyway. Oh, I'm so sorry I asked, you know.
Oh, me too.
I haven't learned to keep my mouth shut.
Boy,
no, we haven't had
boy.
any food in here, have we? I haven't seen any.
Not
just
today.
briefly. I mean, just long enough to get eaten, so to speak.
Poor Mitch.
So anyway, now Mitch is a great guy. He just needs to come into the real world, that's all. And we'll get him there. He's just been in La-La Land too long. It was probably that time he spent at INZ and Zeta.
Really?
Yeah, I think that had a traumatic effect on him from the Rick Edwards School of Trauma. Anyway, we're just about at the end of the first hour. Now the phones are full, now that we're going to the news, and I guarantee you when we come... Okay, we're used to it. Just hang in there. We got nothing else exciting to do. We got pizza coming from the Pizza Loft, which we know we won't have any in here.
No.
Will we?
Oh, no.
Maybe just a pepperoni or something, you know.
Briefly.
Very, very briefly.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have My Wife Left Town with the Banana by Carlos Borzin Sr.
Oh, I love that.
And, boy, I'm telling you, we're building a library here faster than you can shake a shtick at, okay?
That's right.
Okay, news with Henry Barrow coming up at 11, and we'll be back for hour number 2 at 11:05 on 610 WIOD.
Not Susan Martin.
The Susan, who doesn't even sign her last name anymore, in Fort Lauderdale, or now from West Palm Beach, she's mailing this. She must be moving a little further away each day, thank God. When you get about to Jacksonville, Susan, drop us a card, okay, because that'll be perfect for you, just your speed. It says, and she's also got a copy of an old letter that she sent that we didn't read on the air, which is much too lengthy, honey, so try to tighten your stuff up if you know what I mean. It says, well, will wonders never cease. As in that bit we played a little while ago, Pussy in the Well.
Yeah.
I knew all about the switch. I read papers too, you know. But then a friend of mine told me you mentioned my name on the air. He told me you said to write into you.
Oh, see, she would never have heard.
Very bad with the language there, Susan.
It had to be a friend.
I didn't believe him, of course, because you were too cowardly to read the last few letters I wrote. Steve always said you were a coward. Speaking of whom, I did happen to catch part of Steve's Welcome Neil show the Friday before you started. What a bunch of pulpy mung. What puke. Liquid excrement drooling out of the sides of your mouth. All that from a guy who once said, not one person in the business ever liked Steve Kane. He was disliked by everyone. I guess this makes you the first. Can you say cojones, Neil? Very good. Can you say eunuch? And now I hear you and Steve are tinkling all over each other. Steve, I can understand. He's not stupid. More bucks for him if his lead-in tinkles on him. But you, remember the flaming wee-wee lickers? For some reason, that phrase comes to mind. I'll keep this letter short, Uncle Neil. Maybe someday I'll surprise you and stop in at WIOD, and during one of the breaks, I'll sit on your head. Oh, Susan, the thought of that is so grotesque.
Jeez.
Talk to you after the honeymoon's over. Can't wait to find out if you had sex. Love and kisses, Susan. P.S. She doesn't leave you out.
Oh.
I did have one radio accident, my term, by the way, and was confronted to hear, it's her term, radio accident.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was confronted to hear that the bird was cackling his brains out again, puking and vomiting and spitting up all over your tedious stream of consciousness drivel. Get the guy a bib, will ya? Susan, sweetie, man, it is so good to hear from you.
It's so good that
she's sitting out there right now with the radio between her knees, okay, turned up as loud as it'll go.
Yeah.
11:08 at WIOD, and let's take a call from Homestead. Hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Great.
Sounds like she likes the show.
She loves the show, man. She wouldn't miss the show for anything.
Yeah, I'm one of those pinheads that, that just lays around and listens to your show.
Well, that's what we like. Pinheads who don't go to school, don't go to work, just lay around listening to the show and get off on it.
I remember back at Zeta that you used to play, you played the Guns N' Roses one time, but, are you still going to do that a lot more or what? Or are you just going to cut us off?
Well, wait a minute. Are you the guy that called in for Guns N' Roses before? Because we played it a couple of days ago.
No, I know what you're talking about. But
the problem is Guns N' Roses, I mean, if you pick something a little shorter, we might play it for you one day. But Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine is like almost 6 minutes long. It's 5:50, okay?
Oh, I know it's long. Like, you can have Herman and McBean look this up. See how you like Aerosmith,
Yeah.
Big 10-inch by Aerosmith.
Oh, there he goes, Big 10-inch. I got that. The record, yeah.
That's a good tune, Neil. For, us pinheads. I mean,
I got about a third of that.
That's a good tune. I mean, no one ever plays it anymore. I mean, it's original.
Tells me where your brain is at, pal?
Well, you know, when you're laying around all day and...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you fantasize a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get those little books out. We don't want to go into that. You know?
Yeah, I'm sure we don't.
Does it ever occur to you may have too much time on your hands, sir?
Yeah, why don't we play that? Too Much Time on My Hands?
No.
By Styx?
Styx, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather hear that Big 10-inch.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Uh-huh.
Well, listen, we'll see if we can, when Jeff Stryker's on with Steve, we'll see if we can hook you guys up, okay?
Well,
Yeah.
I can't say one other thing. My next-door neighbor, you know, he listens to you loyally at work.
Really?
But not
You know, it's the amazing part of it is everybody listens to this show. You know,
Yeah.
that's the most incredible. Even the people who hate it listen to this show.
Mm-hmm.
One time I went up to the payphone to get off this real quick. I was at the payphone to call you, and this guy in a van, he was, you know, wrapping papers, and he was listening to your show and stuff, so I could hear your show while I was trying to dial.
Great. Boy, that's an exciting story.
Yeah, but anyways, I wanted to call my next-door neighbor, Jim.
Yeah.
I like to call him a rusty douchebag.
Okay. Now, listen, keep your thumb on the pulse of things and give us a call, you know, when you get so inclined, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Take it easy, Neil.
Boy.
Yeah, the part I liked was in Susan's letter where she said a friend of hers told her that you
Oh,
mentioned
yeah,
your
just
name.
like Harvey of Kendall,
Yeah.
who used to be Harvey from Kendall. All these people who just heard it through the grapevine
Yeah.
and weren't listening themselves, of
Oh,
course.
no. Mm-mm.
Who the hell are you people kidding, okay? You mindless, mungless douchebags who have
Boy.
no lives of your own. I mean, just the time it takes to sit down and typewrite all these letters. Did you see the one I threw in a basket?
Oh,
It
God.
was like 3 pages long.
That's exactly right.
Man, you must have a real rich, full life, honey. Unbelievable. Anyway, it's 11 past 11. We hit a natural at WIOD.
All right.
And the phones are going nuts, which is great, especially if Susan calls in. Man, I'd give anything for that. And if you're looking for a really great spot...
It's a good time for the great taste. Neil, this is Noodles, reminding you that it's always a good time for the great taste.
Now, Susan's going to get apoplectic about this, too, but I had a really good talk with somebody last night on the phone.
Wow.
Gregory Benjamin Budell.
Good Lord.
And, well, I figure it's time to mend some fences, and a mutual friend of ours gave me his number. And I called, and we had a good chat, and he admitted that he had gone through some trying times again, and... you know, but he was great, you know, and he was very honest and very conciliatory and wished me the best. And I said one night we might all go out to dinner and
Well.
you could cackle for them.
Well, yeah.
Even
Sure.
Donald, I said.
No.
Oh, yes.
No.
Now, come on. See, you've got to stop carrying these grudges. Donald loves us.
He's got it up so loud.
Well, okay. Just
right
'cause
now.
he's a silly goose, I mean, you've got to understand, he means well.
Oh. You mean he's actually trying?
He's trying, I think.
God.
Well, I don't know. But like I said, one of these days. But anyway, I just mentioned that because the audience loves they love the fights and and I've just had enough of that, okay? We don't want to pick on them. We'll pick on somebody, you know, our own size, like Sandy. Oh, Sandy.
Well,
Somebody my own size like Debbie Ellis. You get that, Lee? Lee's out there, man. He's taking shorthand notes today. We got so much material. Okay, another call from Homestead? Man, we sure get a lot of calls from Homestead here. I hope
Yeah.
this isn't Hap. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yeah,
How are you?
great.
Listen, I'm calling because I'm a little PO'd over here. I'm the,
What are you
maintenance-
PO'd about, sir?
Well, I'm the maintenance director for an old folks home in Homestead,
Oh, yeah.
and it's brutal. It's brutal. I just need a favor from you. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're all in the rec room over there drinking prune juice and listening to you, as a matter of fact.
I
Oh,
bet
yeah.
they are, yeah.
Mhm.
Would you call them a bunch of old douchebags for me? And tell
Okay,
them-
old fart douchebags to you, sir.
Pardon me?
I say old fart douchebags to you.
Yeah. They're brutal.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. You're a
Okay,
great
and
person.
listen, don't forget about 11:45. Change that polydent now.
And maybe the toilets won't get stopped up either.
Okay, good luck to you, sir.
Right.
Bye-bye. I think he was serious. That's the frightening
That's
part.
the frightening part.
11:17 at WIOD, North Miami Beach. Hello.
Good morning, Neil. How are you?
Buenos dias.
Yeah, how you
¿Cómo
doing?
está? ¿Dónde está Jorge?
Yeah, and all that kind of stuff.
¿Dónde está Dan Quayle?
Yeah, really. He was right about the old folks down in Homestead, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Oh. Boy, when they start feeding back our own material to us, we know we're in trouble.
I happened to
This
be
town is
taping the
sick, you
show,
know?
and I captured that, and that's a classic masterpiece, which I'm keeping.
Great.
What I was going to tell you is, I'm a devoted listener. I've listened to you since you moved to WIOD. And in fact, I've been telling a friend of mine about a lot of the different stuff you've been playing on the radio.
On the
one of the,
pop-up toaster, yeah.
yeah, really. And one of the things that he loves, I'm always telling him that you're playing the I-95 song, and he loves that song. And I was wondering if you can do me a big favor and play that, and I can record it for him.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't you have your recorder going yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Have a nice day.
Thanks.
Well, I was driving down I-95 the other night. Somebody nearly cut me right off the road. I decided it wasn't going to do any good to get mad, so I wrote a song about him instead. It goes like this. Were you born an asshole, or did you work it your whole life? Either way, it worked out fine, 'cause you're an asshole tonight. Yes, you're an A-S-S-H-O-L-E, and don't you try to blame it on me. You deserve all the credit. You're an asshole tonight. You were an asshole yesterday. You're an asshole tonight. And I've got a feeling you'll be an asshole the rest of your life. Talking to your mother just the other night. I told her I thought you were an asshole. She said, yes, I think you're right. And all your friends are assholes, 'cause you've known them your whole life. And somebody told me you've got an asshole for a wife. Were you born an asshole, or did you work it your whole life? Either way, it worked out fine, 'cause you're an ass.
It's a lie. I am not a Nazi.
Hole tonight.
21 past 11, WIOD. That Ricky boy, he gets his finger in everywhere, doesn't he? That's the rumor. Anyway, don't forget official English. Mark Laporta and Bob Boyer will be fighting it out. Another contrived debate or prefabricated debate on the Kane Show at 2. And hopefully this will be the last discussion of this tedious, horrendous subject, man. This town is just so obsessed with us. Just give it a rest already, will you? Donde está Jorge? Okay, let's take a call from West Palm Beach. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Buenos dias.
¿Cómo está usted? You know?
Hey, bueno.
Yeah, well, I work in West Palm, but I live in Okeechobee. You need to send that radio wave up a little bit higher. I got to stand my friggin' cow with the antennas on him.
What?
Don't repeat it, sir.
Listen, I had something happen to me the other day. You had the lady on about the Camilla's house, about the $10 check, and you got a little hostile with her.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And as that was going on, I was pulling up by a new service contract for one of them puke yellow trucks, you know?
Yeah.
And I pull up to the condo, and there's about 4 of them standing there.
Yeah.
And I cranked it up, boy. And they looked at me, and I just stuck my head between the stern wheel and just laughed my hiney off. I just said, get it on, baby.
Yeah, that's great.
Hey, I'm glad to see you moved to the new regular good IOD. The only thing about the IOD is after you, man, I just can't handle that King.
Okay, now look, if you can't handle him, just leave him alone, okay? He's
Yeah.
got a rough life. Don't be picking on poor Steve.
Yeah, but where do you go after that, you know?
You go for a little nap, a little siesta, sir. Don't you know where you are? Little sangria and then a little siesta, man. Then you come back and start all over again.
There we go. Sometimes I wonder where I'm at, you know?
Well, I don't blame you. Especially when you're up in Okeechobee, man. You must have a hell of a time there.
Oh, I tell you. It's, you know.
Yeah,
I hate, you know, I moved out there to get away from the ahas, you know?
Yeah.
So now I just sit there and ahas.
Now you got the
The
Yeah.
cows. Yeah, man, I love your show. Bird, hello.
Hi.
You guys keep up the good work. Listening to
Okay,
you.
thanks a lot, pal.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow.
He was good, wasn't he?
He was.
Que Pasa Neil. That's a new show, by the way, on Channel 2. And they're bringing back Rocky Echevarria, a.k.a. Stephen Bauer. I have on tape, for some reason, I don't know why I've saved it, that one show where he's running around in a towel.
Do you?
Anyway, it's 23 past 11 at WIOD, and those of you out there who are sick and tired of working for peanuts or working at a boring job, here's a great opportunity, and it's right here in town. It's EFMI, the Entertainment Institute, a chance for you to work in the star-studded entertainment and sports industry, and there are thousands of jobs popping up all over the country, and this is an extensive one-year program at the only school in North America that specializes in the training of facility management personnel. Probably something a lot of you have never even thought about before, but here's a chance to direct the operations of arenas, auditoriums, concert halls, convention sites, stadiums, sports facilities, theaters, and theme parks. They have financial aid available for you, also job placement assistance, even while you're attending classes, and outstanding scholarships and affordable tuition, both available to you. So if you'd like to get more information about the Entertainment Institute, they're located at 1460 Brickell Avenue. Please call them right now. The next term begins on December 5th. You tell them that Neil Rogers at WIOD told you to call. The number is 371-6111. That's the Entertainment Institute. Call them right now for information. 371-6111. Depend on it. It's 11:27 at WIOD. Why do they say that? What does that mean?
I don't know.
They've been saying that for a long time. Depend on it. It's like they say that at Zeta, too, when the book comes out. Okay, let's go back to the calls here. We got a caller in Hallandale, man. This is my favorite. Hello.
Hi, I know you were expecting me to be looking for Paul Harvey, but I'm not. I'm happy with Neil.
Wait a minute, sir. Is that Pizza Loft?
Looks like it. They're headed down.
No, not you. I mean outside. They just brought in tons of food here, sir. Now we're excited.
Oh, I'm a lucky caller. I called when you got to eat.
Yeah, it's only a very select group of callers that call when the food comes in, man, and this stays with you for the rest of your life.
This is great. I'm going to remember this.
You'll be taking Digel for months to come, pal.
Listen, I was hoping you could do me a favor. I'm looking for a song. My girlfriend's birthday is Saturday, and you played it on FM. It's called Into the Night by Benny Mardones, and I can't find it anywhere.
Into the Night by Benny Mardones?
We never played that.
I'm sure you did.
I never heard of it in my life.
Well, that's
Into
where
the
she
Night.
heard it, and I figured you being the expert that you are, you might be able to help me find it. But
Benny Mardones.
Yeah.
The station may have played it, but we never did.
I never heard of that record.
I don't
Did
even
you?
think the station played it. Yeah, I've heard of it.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Into the Night?
It was a minor...
It's an old release, but it's just regained popularity, or just gained popularity, actually. It was never very popular when it was first released.
Right.
Into the Night by B.B. King.
Benny Mardones. That's correct.
Well, Nick knows from B.B. King. He don't know no Benny Mardones. Okay? That's not his thing.
Right. I remembered it was
Not
a minor
my thing
hit
either.
a couple of years ago.
Well, listen, I'm sure that somewhere in this building, if anybody's got it, man, they got a library here of stuff that hasn't even been invented yet by artists who haven't been born yet.
Yeah.
So
well, if you find it, I'd appreciate if you could play it for Melody and wish her a happy birthday for me.
Well, we'll wish Melody a happy birthday anyway, just in case. Okay?
That's great.
And then, in the meantime, if we can find that, we'll do our best. Okay, Benny Mardones.
Right.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serial.
Okay, somebody will call in, and maybe if we don't have it, they'll bring it in or something. You know how that works.
Great.
Before
Listen, I'm a converted FM listener. I used to listen to you religiously over there. I love Gonzo's show. You dragged me away from that, and I just thought you'd be happy to hear that.
Thanks a lot, pal. I'm sure he loves it, too.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Poor Gonzo, man. What's he going to do, huh?
I know. He can't be happy.
Why?
That we're on opposite
Now,
him.
can we discuss this little thing in here again about Donna and this card?
Oh, yeah.
Dallas was bantied about.
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting how these yentas, they hear a little gossip, like I went to Dallas to meet with some people for like a day and a half, which had nothing to do with my working in Dallas. Can you see me on the air in Dallas? Man, that would really, I'd go over like a pregnant pole vaulter in July, in Dallas. We've already had one assassination there, and then it says maybe with Isley. They hear little bits and pieces, and right away these little experts put all this stuff together.
Yeah, they know.
But she's just got to know, man. She just has to know, even though she hates us with a passion, and we had her kicked off Stan's anniversary show, and, man, baby, you got some real problems, okay? I mean, desperate. But give Bob a call up there in Portland, see how he's feeling, okay? See how he likes those Cooper City kids. I know I like them. It's 11:30 at WIOD, and we have a ratings call on 2 in Miami. Hello.
You're okay.
Yeah, there he goes. Boy, he must be out of school today, out of kindergarten. Here's one. How Joe Z feels about me. This right on the heels of the other one?
Boy.
Yeah, this ought to be good. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been a listener for you for a while now. But I went to the game Monday night, and I went up to Joe Zagacki and asked him how he really felt about you, if he really did hate you. He said, no, I despise him.
That's a lot better.
Yeah, he said he despised you.
Yeah, well, despise is a lot better than hate.
Yeah.
Hate is like the ultimate. Despise is like somewhere in between.
And he had a mean look on his face when he said it.
Did he really? You mean he was fully conscious when he said it?
He was, well, you can't be too conscious when you're going to the game.
Yeah, that's true.
I used to work with your mom years ago.
Doing what?
Over in Hollywood.
Yeah.
She used to work in an electronics store.
That's correct.
I used to work with her when I was about 18 years old.
Well, I'll be damned. What do you mean when you were 18 years old? How old are you now?
I'm 33.
Wow, 15 years ago.
Yeah, on Hollywood Boulevard.
Boy, time sure flies, doesn't it?
Yeah, what a nice lady she was.
She really is. She still is.
Yeah, I haven't talked to her since I left there when a new manager took over and cleaned house on everybody.
And I'll tell you one thing, boy. She can cook up a meal still like you wouldn't believe.
She always asked me one day to come over, but I wasn't there that long.
Yeah.
A very nice lady.
She sure is.
A lot better than Joe.
Than who?
And Joe. The way Joe feels about you.
Oh, Joe Z.
Yeah.
Don't be comparing Joe Z with my mother, okay? Please.
No, but what's his problem anyway?
No, was he serious or are you just kidding?
No, he was serious.
He despises me?
He despises you.
See, I don't really have any feelings. I'll be honest with you. Like, some of the people in the building I haven't even met yet. Like, I met Rick Weaver many, many moons ago, and, we used to joke about him, but I have great respect for his talent in the games.
Right, I know. You've never talked bad about Joe on the air.
And Sonny, of course, Sonny and I work together at KAT, is one of the great people in town. I mean, just a super guy all the way around. And Hank and I get along well. And, all the talk people here, we're getting along well so far. We haven't had any bloodbaths. So most of the people are getting along fine, but I don't know about Joe. He puts on a good front when he comes in here, but if he hates my guts, that's his problem,
Well, it could be when you're in a rotten mood when you go to a Dolphin game.
That's true. It could be, although there seem to be a growing number of rumors in that direction. But he'll come in and he'll defend himself today and give me another good song to dance. See, I don't really care. I'm beyond that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're paying me so much money. I don't care if everybody hates me. I'd prefer not, because I like to get along, in spite of the popular rumors to the contrary. But I do like to get along. I have discovered there's a little bit of... See, nothing is perfect. I've talked about how nice everybody is here, and there's a little antsiness in a certain part of the building, which I'm not going to discuss on the air. But that's good, see, because if everybody's too nice, that's a disgusting thing,
I know, yeah. Finally, you can have a little feud with somebody over there.
That's exactly right.
It could be a little bit like your old Zay today.
I'll tell my mom you said hello.
Yeah, tell her Saul.
Saul?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure she'll love that. That's my father's name. They've been divorced for many years. Okay, have a nice day.
Yeah, hey, could you call Jamie a douchebag?
Okay, you're a douchebag, Jamie. Marcy, too.
All right.
Bye-bye. Boy, he would have gone on forever. He's a good guy, but... Okay, Mom, Saul says hello. I'm sure that'll make her day. It's 11:33 at WIOD. I still think Joe's not a bad guy. Just needs to wake up. Right now, if you're going to go out and buy some new carpeting for your home and fix it up and... 11:37. I love that. And what's he saying, Gayo? See, I dug that out because Nick put that on cart for us.
Mm-hmm.
And that kid that's calling today who is busy out there playing with his banana, getting ready to go to the melting pot, no doubt. Anyway, Joe Zagacki called in off the air on the bat line. He said it's all a bunch of crap, and he loves us, and he sent money into the Camillo's house, and he's a wonderful guy. I don't have any problem with Joe. I mean, he does need to wake up once in a while, but other than that, he's a good guy. And if he hates us, that's his business. He's entitled. Anyway, it's 22 till noon. Isn't it amazing? Steve said when we first came here that the sports department, there were a little bit of tension in the air. And then you remember the day that Hank called?
Oh, yeah.
And I like Hank. I'm not going to rip Hank because Hank is a good guy, and he and I have gotten along well for a long time. I don't see him very often, but I still like him a lot. He's a good guy. And then Steve came rushing in here, and then all of a sudden that tension started building again. You notice they're throwing a few shots?
Oh, few.
Yeah.
God.
Like drop dead, little stuff like that. Anyway, I want to thank Jeff from the Pizza Loft right up front here because he brought enough food. Now, I got to tell you something, okay? So maybe they did keep my keys too long yesterday, and I went, they were a little upset at me out front, okay? I don't want to mention any names. For some reason, a little bit testy, because I wanted my keys back so I could go home. Now, I wasn't making a big fuss, and I wasn't screaming and carrying. I just said, hey, I really would like to get out of here, and I'd like to find out where my keys are. Now, was that an unreasonable request?
Well, you're so picky.
But the bottom line is that now that we're getting all this food in here, I mean, there's enough food downstairs now to feed the Chinese army with stuff left over, okay? And Friday, Joe from Taft Street Rotisserie is coming in here and going to cater an entire early bird Thanksgiving dinner for the whole place.
At noon.
They never had food like this before, did they? Ever.
Now, did the dean bring...
No, the dean didn't have food coming in here. Get out of here. Did he have the candy guy come in? Not even the candy guy? Wow. Boy, that's really desperate. So, you see, we deserve to be loved, even if it's for a synthetic reason, okay?
Okay.
It's like that Elton John video. I don't know any of the people in that video, and maybe I would love them. I already do love some of them, and I don't even know them. So there are different kinds of love, right?
Oh, sure.
Believe me. Trust me. I mean, like, very, very serious love. Okay, it's 21 till noon at WIOD. We have a Delray call about the I-95 song. Hello.
Yes, hi, Neil.
How you doing?
Okay, first of all, good luck to you and to the Bird. I've been a groupie, a Neil Rogers groupie, for a long time, 7 years. Everything that you wanted money for, I sent in. So,
great.
Okay,
well, listen, I could use another car.
Oh, well, no, you've got a vet, right? Listen.
No, I got so many cars now, I don't know what to do with them.
Oh, well, I hope you drive them all safely.
Yeah.
Okay, also, I want you to know that even with Glenn, I used to be a groupie with his on Saturday morning. So, you see, there are some of us left around. I'm over 30, and I'm not an old fart. I must tell you, there are some of us that are really good people. But
hey, listen, there's some people 70, 80, and 90, and 100 who are good people, too, who aren't old farts mentally.
Right.
I don't feel I need to do a disclaimer every time I use that expression. It's just a state of mind.
Sure it is, and I agree with you 100%. Now, I want to tell you about I-95, but before I do that, there's two very fast things I want to say. Number one, that stupid guy that called in this morning about Phil Donahue.
Yeah.
They were doing something called cross-dressers. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I sure do.
And it has nothing to do with homosexuality.
Yeah, in my neighborhood, we call them drag queens, but that's another story.
Well, whatever. Some of these guys are married, have children.
Yeah.
In fact, they were beautiful. I wish I had their figure.
Exactly. They just like to put on little slip every now and then, little...
Great. Beautiful clothes.
Bra,
the other thing is, do you have the Sun Sentinel with you today?
No, listen, not for me, no.
Well, anyway...
I don't get anywhere near that thing.
Well, there's a big article here about WJNO and your big pal...
Lee Fowler! Wow. I bet it jumps right off the page, it's so loud.
Well, it's all about how he's French, but I turned...
Yeah, that's okay. Just don't say that again, okay?
No,
just try to restrain yourself.
Wait a minute.
Oh, shoot,
I
is what you meant to say, right?
It must be in lifestyle. And I pulled it out.
I mean, is it worth getting that emotional about that?
No, but it's all about...
Blurt that out?
You know what it's about?
What?
It's about taking God out of the school.
Oh, great.
It says...
How about if we take Lee out of our lives? Wouldn't that be an improvement?
Well, I'm just going to read you one
Keep writing, Lee. Keep that pen moving, baby.
It says that Barbara Hegler, who is she?
I don't know.
Okay, it says she thinks radio station WJNO talk show host Lee Fowler has been a bit too foul lately.
Yeah, he is foul.
Is he? I
no
don't
question
listen to
about
him.
it. I haven't heard a fouler show in my life than this. But listen, we'll look for it. We'll dig around for it because this is getting so terminal. Yes.
Okay. Do you know that song is in a movie?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I went to see a great picture called Dominic and Eugene, or Eugene and Dominic.
Whatever
I don't know which
say.
way.
I told you about that about a month ago.
Right. It's a good show, and all of a sudden, halfway through the movie, there's a scene in a bar in a pool hall, and they put the jukebox on, and I hear da 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 da.
Yeah, that's great.
And I thought, wait a minute,
Boy,
where is this from? And the whole thing. Now, first of all, this takes place in Pittsburgh,
Massachusetts. Yeah.
No, get out of here. Pittsburgh.
Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Pittsfield, Pennsylvania.
No, Pittsburgh.
Who cares where it takes place?
Well, why would they say the I-95 song?
We love you, but my God.
Why would they say I-95?
Who knows? I don't know. Why would they say? I-95 goes all up and down the coast. It goes all the way to New England.
But not to Pittsburgh.
Just like Federal Highway, but don't make a federal case out of it.
Anyway, all I want to say is that all these pain in the asses that all complain about this song, it's in a movie.
We don't have anybody complaining about the song. They all love it. No.
Not yet.
They love it, man. They can relate to it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, go see the movie.
Okay.
It's good. And go see...
Say goodbye.
Go see Baghdad
Have a wonderful
Cafe.
life, and thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
She was great, but God almighty, I never thought I'd get through that. Are you going to get some pizza from downstairs? Are you going to have pizza, Nick? Yeah, so why don't you get some?
I won't be arrested.
We don't have a break for like 7 minutes now.
All right.
And, what? No, he can bring it in there, and then we'll bring it in here, because we don't want, to get him in trouble. Hey, listen, we don't care what they say, okay? The bottom line is, when a guy comes and brings us all this food, we're going to eat some of it, okay? It's great that we feed all the rest of these schleppers out here, all these schnorrs that are looking for free dinners.
He's going to bring a bunch in.
Huh?
And I'll
Nick is going to bring some up.
Great.
He'll bring it in here. Don't worry about it. Just relax. Just stay in your seat for a minute.
I don't want to be
11:44 at WIOD, and here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I'm a first-time caller.
I'll be damned.
Yes, and I've been listening to your show now for about 6 months, and I converted from FM.
Okay, you're number 23, sir, man. I'm telling you, we're building an audience like you wouldn't believe here.
Okay. Listen, I just wanted to call and see if my painter was listening out there, Bruce. He's
Your
been,
painter, Bruce, yeah. I heard that he's busy repainting the Sistine Chapel, sir.
Well, he told me he was going to have my place completed 2 weeks ago, and he hasn't even finished the pressure cleaning.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's one thing. So, Bruce, if you're listening, get your butt over here immediately.
Get your butt in there, Bruce.
Yeah.
And that sounds
also,
exciting.
I've got a solution for the Dolphins to make them a winning team.
Yeah, try basketball, huh?
No. Trade Marino. And do the same thing the Rams did with Dickerson and get the draft choice, get the new front line up there on the offense, and I think they'd start having a winning team.
Yeah, that sounds like what Zeta Ford did with us. In other words, take the best part of your team and get rid of it, and then bring in a bunch of flunkies, and then they can be consistent, right?
Yeah,
right,
consistency.
Right.
Yeah.
So now IOD's number one.
There you go.
Yep, yep. So I think of the Dolphins, Marino's attitude, I don't think he's a team player. What do you think?
No, I think you're wrong. I think Rick Weaver hit it on the head in his comment yesterday when he said that, or the day before, when he said that the Marino years are being wasted. When your offensive line stinks, when your secondary stinks, when you have no pass rush, what the hell is he supposed to do? Win a game single-handedly? You've got to have a defense, which they don't have, and you've got to have an offensive line that gives them the kind of protection to let them throw the ball, which is not happening. It's happening with less and less frequency this year. And what can I tell you?
Well, I agree with you about that.
I guarantee you that there are about 24 teams in the league that would love to have Marino quarterback.
Well, Delaware back, taking the place of probably the best offensive center ever to play the game, in my opinion.
That's correct.
He can't fill the shoes.
Yeah.
But, I think Marino's attitude on the field, he doesn't look like he's really concerned. He's more concerned about doing his
I think they've been filling a lot of shoes over there at the stadium this evening. If you could see what's in them, man, that would explain a lot of things to you.
Well, I haven't been to the new stadium yet. I used to like the Orange Bowl. It was a nice...
It's amazing. When the Orange Bowl was here, I'm not picking on you, but when the Orange Bowl was here, well, I mean, it's still here, but when they were playing in the Orange Bowl, everybody used to bitch and complain, no restrooms, and the seats were, uncomfortable because they were concrete, and it was a nightmare, and it was in an area that nobody wanted to go to, and the people in Broward and Palm Beach didn't want to schlep all the way down to Miami, and everybody bitched about the Orange Bowl for years. Then Robbie comes along, they build this beautiful new state-of-the-art stadium. It couldn't possibly be in a more convenient location. It's right at the Dade-Broward line, and all everybody does now is bitch and complain and moan and carry. I don't understand it, man. This town is impossible.
I never complain. I've always liked the Orange Bowl. I like the area around the what is it, the old little Havana.
Yeah.
I always enjoyed that area. I like to go down there.
Talk about getting gouged for parking, man, at the Orange Bowl. Those people in those neighborhoods, boy, they used to gouge your brains out.
It was like a flea market. You get there and barter with them.
Whatever the market would bear.
Okay, well, I just wanted to let you know, and I'm not a chronic caller, but I do enjoy your show, and keep up the good work.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
Bye-bye. Yeah, I don't understand this town. I don't want to get into a big sports thing, because this station has plenty of sports talk as it is, and we don't want to No, don't get carried away, because you'll get Joe upset again.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is that they've got an excuse for everything. Even before the stadium was finished, they were making excuses why they didn't like it and where it was going to be, and this and that, and all of that stuff. I'm tired of it, man. I get so tired of the excuses. If you don't like it, then, send a letter to Joe and tell him to move the team to someplace that wants him instead of wasting his time, okay? And I'm not shilling for Joe Robbie because I'm on his stadium, because like I said the other day, there are a lot of things he does that really tick off a lot of people, to say the very least, okay? But bottom line is, he's still a guy that put up the money and puts up the team and pays him. But anyway, how about those heat, huh? How about that heat? 11:48. Don't forget, Steve has the last prefabricated, contrived debate on official English. I really do hope it is the last, because I know that they just had the election, and overwhelming, 83%, I think, statewide passed it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a symbolic thing, and it wasn't really necessary to rehash it again. But when people start trying to make it into law, like Steve said yesterday, and trying to enforce something that isn't enforceable, and fire people and suspend people and browbeat people because it was passed, then you know the whole thing was bad to begin with, okay? It stinks like a rotten fish. Speaking of rotten fish, now the food is going to be great. I shouldn't say that, but there is an aroma of food probably wending its way already through the window.
Maybe.
Because Nick just came and put all kinds of food down in there.
Yeah.
And we'll probably, during this next break, we'll probably sneak in.
Yeah, he won't bring it in here.
Yeah. Okay, now listen, the Palm Beach lines are a little soft today, if you know what I mean.
Really?
And, well, soft is the operative word in Palm Beach, especially with Lee living there now. In Boca and Del Rey, 278 WIOD, and in Palm, he just, I don't know what that was. He just, stopped in midstream.
Well, I'm glad he waited on hold.
Must have been something really good. Yeah, he waited all the way through the news, and he came back, and then he just choked up. He couldn't spit it out.
Well,
we're getting some checks for the Camilla's house today, and that's a step in the right direction.
Now, this is the second wave of mail?
Yeah.
Okay. Here comes some
here
more.
Comes even some more bizarre stuff that just came in.
Uh-huh.
Great. More for the Camilla's house.
This is like the second and a half wave.
Yeah,
now.
this is our third. Boy, the mail really does. It comes in fits and starts, doesn't it?
I like that.
And don't forget, if you haven't sent a check in yet in any amount for the Camilla's house, we really hope you will. Send it to Neil Rogers, WIOD, Miami 33141. Here's one mailed addressed to Miami Beach. We're not on Miami Beach. We're close to Miami Beach.
Yeah.
But it's Miami. And here's another one that says Miami Beach. This isn't Miami Beach.
Well, it's got kind of that beachy
It's North
look
Bay
to it.
Village, but it's not Miami Beach. Trust me, okay? But anyway, as long as you get the right zip, it'll get here 33141. And we thank you in advance, okay? Well, I really wonder what the hell that was all about. He just started blurting again, and then he had, like this Boca caller, he had nothing to say, right?
Neil.
Yeah.
How you doing today?
Great.
Well, I can't believe this radio station, a real working radio station.
Isn't that frightening?
Oh, God,
And
man.
we get, like, mail that just comes in all through the day, and they bring it to us even, and it's just amazing.
Well, I'm shocked. I mean, they tell you when you're up next and all that. Jeez, I'm at a loss of words.
I know.
A lot of callers
It's
having
like culture
trouble.
shock,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Trouble adjusting, I know.
Glenn, how you doing today?
Just great, sir.
Glenn, well, I'm counting the days down till arena football.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. Boy, I just miss those slamming people into the walls and all that. Neil.
You know, I never could get Neil into it. You know?
By the way, speaking of sports, a police officer in West Palm, I'm not going to say pig because he's a nice guy, sent me a whole bunch of Chicago Cubs baseball cards, a whole set. And look at that. There's, in fact, some of these are from last year, I guess. Steve Trout.
Now you're all set for Kane's show on
Manny
baseball
Trio.
cards. This is great. You
Louis Quinones.
can participate.
Yeah, some of these are from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Sutcliffe. Chris Spire. Boy, when the hell was Chris Spire on the Cubs? 86.
Ryan Sandberg.
I'm looking for that one. You can
better
believe
frame
that.
that, baby.
I'm looking for that one real quick.
Tape that on your dash.
I'm looking for my Mike Bilecki card, but I can't find it. Now, he kept out the Ryan Sandberg. He knew better.
Neil.
Like I said, he's a pig. Now, you're a great guy, pal, whoever you are. Thanks for the cards. Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to ask you about Texas. They signed, or not, the California Angels signed Doug Rader as their manager. Or he used to manage the Rangers a couple of years back.
Yeah.
I don't understand these baseball people. Why don't they get some fresh people?
No, it's like radio. They like to recycle the same old.
Like a retread.
Yeah, retreads over and over again.
See if we can get a couple more years out of this
Yeah.
guy. And I don't know. I don't understand it. Any success with Continental Cable?
Oh, well, it's not going to happen in one day. You can be sure of that. It's going to take a real major campaign to get them off their butt.
Yeah. What'd you do? Take your satellite down?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I could have gone through a big song and a dance, but it's just too much red tape. I still got it. I haven't sent it back yet. Or to put it more correctly, the people who put it up haven't taken it back and given me my money back yet. And I'm tempted to put it back, to go through the right, proper procedure.
Yeah.
And to put it back up, because I can do it. I just can't put it in the same spot. We're going to have to take a tree down in the backyard and go through a big song and a dance. But I think it's worth it, because I got news for you. What's on that cable is enough to really turn you into a psychotic lunatic.
Well, we need some more church channels.
Yeah, and some more shop-at-home channels.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Neil...
Because they've got a rule there, no children under 18, all these old farts are carrying on, and they're going to go to court, and they're having an emergency meeting day. Those people ought to drop dead, okay? Those miserable, rotten old farts. And I saw some of the interviews on the news last night, and they're saying, well, we can't help it if her mother died. That's got nothing to do with anything. We have rules here. They've got to be enforced. Yeah, that's it. That's this town, man. A bunch of nasty, rotten old farts who don't have a bone of sympathy or compassion in their body. And they all ought to drop dead.
Yeah.
Moving
or
right
into
along.
a big sinkhole.
Exactly. No, I saw that, and it just made my blood boil.
Yeah.
And, of course, we've seen this repeatedly over the years. We had the people on my show here a couple of years ago, remember, that got kicked out in Tamarack because they had a baby.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And somebody had a pet monkey next door to them, and the monkey was okay, but the baby was, that had to go.
No, I didn't see this.
Last night?
I didn't
It'll
see
make
it.
you sick to your stomach.
Yeah, it made me sick. That's why I wanted to call
all
you.
they're doing is just keeping her there until they can figure out what to do, and they're trying to sell the condo. They've been trying for how long did they say? For 18 months or whatever to sell a damn thing and get the hell out of there, and they haven't had any takers yet. And in the meantime, it's like, get her out of here now or we're going to come and blow your place up. These people are disgusting.
Absolutely.
That's what's wrong with this town. They ought to take all the old farts, put them on a fleet of buses with a bunch of fleet enemas, and get them the hell out of this town. Send it back where they came from. Send them to Wyoming or somewhere where they have a lot of wide open spaces.
Yeah, and cold weather.
Exactly.
Chirogenic.
Yeah, or maybe like upper Michigan, the UP.
Ooh, the UP.
We're talking.
If we can say that.
Oh, right. Ooh. Yeah, on this station you can say that.
Yeah, the UP. They can send them on that famous battleship, the IP Freely. Well, listen, have a great day.
One more thing,
yeah.
I'll let you go.
Yeah.
These news breaks you have are terminal. Is there any way we can get Glenn to do the news at the 35?
Well, ask Henry what he thinks about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tabloid news.
Like to say hi to George at work.
Okay.
Okay.
¿Dónde está Jorge?
Jay.
See you later.
Boy.
Okay. Can't say ¿Dónde está Jorge? What a town this is. You know what? A town with no heart, with no compassion, with no feeling, with no nothing. I mean, there are a handful of people out there who are not in that category, but the majority of people in this town are cold and icy. This is a place where the weather is hot and the people are cold. That's the bottom line. The most uncaring, unfeeling, the only thing that they'll feel strongly about is like this bilingualism.
Mm-hmm.
That Steve's been talking about the last 2 days. This bilingual thing, and I couldn't, usually he and I disagree, but I couldn't agree with him more, man. This thing has been so overdone, and it's gotten to the point now where the bigotry that's involved is just seeping over the edges. I mean, nobody's even hiding it anymore. It's disgusting. ¿Dónde está Jorge? Oh, that's it. You're out, pal. ¿Dónde está this? What a town. 1048 at WIOD. Let's go to West Palm Beach. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
How you doing, pal?
Hey, Bird.
Hi.
Hey, you're never going to guess, Neil, who was on the Lee Fowler show yesterday.
As a matter of fact, funny you should mention Lee Fowler because I have an interesting letter and resume that Lee sent to our former management a few months ago when he was out on the beach, and boy, it's a classic. I got it right here, Lee.
Well, take a guess. Well, I won't bother.
Andy Loretto, indeed.
You want to know who's on?
Is it somebody we know?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Alan Burke.
Really?
Yeah.
God.
I'll be damned.
Boy, what a combo.
How's the dean doing?
Oh man, let me tell you.
Oh, he must have been promoting. He must have been promoting that TV show last night.
Promoting it. He was. Yeah. That's all he talked about.
Reading the script from it.
Let me tell you, it's like when you go to the dog track and they walk the dogs before they put them in the chutes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what it was like. They're tinkling all over each other yesterday. I mean, oh, Lee, here's my buddy this, and oh, Alan, I love you this, and just on and on. Oh, we should be a team. We're great comedians.
Yeah, well, they both are their careers are both headed in the same direction.
Oh, man, I tell you, it was...
Even though Al, the dean, of course, is a friend of WIOD.
Yeah, I realize that, but still, it was pretty terminal.
Well, listen, speaking of terminal, we got to take a little break here now, but it's great hearing from you, and you're an official WIOD spy. Your code ring is in the mail, sir.
I'll be waiting for it.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
See you later.
I thought we were sending out purple jelly beans and a gold star.
Gold star, yeah.
Isn't that what we're sending out because we're on AM?
Yeah, we're sending out ones that are like 10 or 20 years younger than... It's 10:50, 10 till 11 at WIOD.
Mike Ranieri, Neil Rogers, Steve Kane. The greatest talk show lineup in South Florida history is right here. Now, more with Neil Rogers on News Talk Radio 610, WIOD.
10:54 WIOD. There's an article in the Sun Sentinel about the Margate situation that we talked about. Condo may let girls stay. It says an adults-only condominium in Margate that threatened to evict a 9-year-old girl whose mother recently died decided on Wednesday to consider letting the child stay a while longer. They're having this big emergency meeting today to see if they can reach into the depths of their hearts and find enough compassion to let the 9-year-old girl stay there a little longer while they try to unload this condo in the middle of these miserable old farts.
Now, is this girl causing problems around the condo? What's the complaint?
The complaint is that she's under 100.
Oh.
Okay?
Oh. We don't want those kind of people living here. We don't want anybody under 95.
No, they don't like to see people that age walking around.
No, they don't want to have to remember when they were under 100.
Right.
And this kind of thing goes on in this town over and over again. This adults-only thing is the most disgusting, grotesque, rotten crap. You find very little of it. There's a little bit of it, but very little of it all over the rest of the country. Here, it's like everywhere. Yeah. Adults only, which is code for old farts only. Right? That's what it means. 10:55 at WIOD. I don't want to get maudlin and depressed, but I'm sick and tired of that kind of crap about these nasty, rotten, hostile people with their filthy disposition running this area. And basically that's what they've done. They run all the young people out of Fort Lauderdale, at least 90% of them. Mm-hmm. They've run the beach into an outdoor funeral parlor. And, they run everybody off the beach in Hollywood who's got a T-shirt that says IP freely or whatever the hell it might be. I mean, it just can't stand seeing anybody having a good time.
That's it.
Misery loves company. That's our slogan. Okay, let's go to a Plantation. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yep.
Good morning and good morning, Bird.
Good morning, sir.
First-time caller. I have a quick question. Have you heard from Bill Calder, or do you see him much anymore, or is he in South Florida?
He's still here.
He is?
Yeah.
I sure miss him.
Yeah.
Well, can I say something to you? And I don't want you to feel bad about this, but after a while, and this isn't a knock, but after a while it gets depressing for me sitting here because this has been going on for a very long time, and people calling and do you hear from Stan? Do you hear from Bill? I mean, they're both still here. They're both fine as far as I know, and they're both still looking for work, and I mean, it's depressing,
Well,
what am I supposed to say?
Well, we heard from Calder on our anniversary over at...
Well, he has developed some problem with me. I don't know what it is.
Really?
I've got to go through these phases with him.
We all used to go to the track.
We used to go to the track all the time, and then there was quite a while we didn't see each other for a while. Then we started going to the track again. He and his wife and I started going to dinner, and then all of a sudden here about a month ago, so I don't know what it was. I forgot his wife's birthday.
Oh yeah.
And that was at a time when I was trying to get out of the other place and putting all these a job together in my life and all of this other. And all of a sudden I don't hear from him. So I don't know what the story is, but it just. I
can remember his last few days when he did the dating game or whatever, the Lonely Hearts Club on the midnight deal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it, and that just wasn't
Well, I wish him all the best, but I don't intend to make my show for the next, 10 years a rehash of where did this one go and where's that. I just can't do it. It's too depressing.
Okay, and back on this mass transit.
I wish him all the best.
I work on the railroad, and I-95 is going to be not even a parking lot. It's going to just be... They're gonna close it down, I guess, January.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Everybody to take this stupid mass transit train that's painted up like the Miami Dolphin colors.
What mass transit train?
You haven't seen it. The railroad track that is on the west side of I-95.
I saw that on TV a few weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, they're gonna have 5 trains a day. And
great.
Hopefully they'll pipe WIOD in there.
That'll be great. That'll do the trick.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm really looking forward to that. I'll take the helicopter. How's that? I'll have Clarence pick me up.
Great.
How about an ultralight?
Okay, you have a good one now.
Adios.
Bye-bye. Terminal, it's 10:58, and let's go to Miami Beach. Hello.
Hey, good morning. How are you today?
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, how's the bird?
He's okay, too.
Hey, listen, I heard you talking about that restaurant yesterday up in Pennsylvania, the Mountain View restaurant.
Mountain View Inn in Greensburg, PA.
No, tell you where it is. It's in Latrobe.
No, it's not in Latrobe. It's in Greensburg.
Oh, is it?
Trust me.
Okay, I trust you, but I thought it was in Latrobe.
Well, it ain't in Latrobe, and,
between Greensburg and Ligonier.
That is correct.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's where it is, then.
Well, it's in Greensburg, I'm telling you.
Okay.
I mean, does it really make a difference?
No, I've eaten there a couple of times.
I mean, there are at least 20 or 30 people listening to the show right now as we speak, and do you think they give a good damn whether it's in Greensburg or Latrobe?
No, I don't really think they care either, you know?
No, I think we
flying hoot. First-time caller. I've been listening to you for a while, though.
Okay.
You have a great show.
Thank you, sir. And you call us again next Shavuos, okay?
I think you should have preempted the news to hash that out.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Man, I mean, the things that some of these people get excited about. Speaking of excited, I know this will do it for you. On page 2A of the Slum Sentinel today, a picture of Paul Harvey carrying a street sign. They have changed part of the name, or at least part of Wacker Drive in Chicago, which I think is appropriate, to Paul Harvey Drive.
Good day.
And, boy, that's what it says. For Harvey, a good day. I can't do it. No, I can't handle it. A little bit of him goes a long way. And by the way, you will not hear Paul Harvey today on WIOD. He's not on this station anymore, okay? So if you're letting your tubes warm up, getting ready to hear Paul Harvey, forget it, because you're not going to hear him here. Go away. Okay, Henry Barrow has the news at the top.
Heard that much?
No.
Yeah, only one time.
Yeah, I couldn't believe those working conditions over there. You guys were like, that was smaller than a broom closet.
Yeah.
Man, that was terrible.
I see whips and chains.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't panic. I got it.
Okay.
Just had to yank it out of Ann's hand, that's all. Even though she doesn't know who I am.
Okay.
Right. All right, y'all have a good day now.
Thanks, Neil.
Y'all come back.
Okay.
And don't forget those pies.
I won't.
Boy.
Bye-bye.
She's the high priest of TV news.
Bishop.
All right, the high bishop of TV news. She's anchor with a whip. That steady gaze, that imposing figure, that frightening laugh. It must be anchor with a whip. You'd swear she was wearing leather.
I do wear leather. It's below the desk.
Well, what do you know? Anchor with a whip. Be an eyewitness to what really goes on in the newsroom. Anchor with a whip. Rated R.
I do wear leather. It's below the desk.
Now, Ann, I never heard of her. Who is that? Can you believe she really said that she doesn't know who I am and she never heard of me?
Wow.
Who are you kidding, Ann? Well, I guess, too much time in that truck affects your mind. It's 11:31 at WIOD. We have a caller in Palm Beach. Hello. Boy, this is like old times again.
Oh, they can't hear me?
This is just like old times. What? Oh, boy, that sounds
A lot of Mike Ranieri's listeners describe him as hometown. And how does Mike describe it?
I guess it must be just the way I am. That's pretty much the way I am. It's like we're sitting around at a kitchen table. Or sitting around a bar somewhere just chit-chatting about what's going on,
Mike Ranieri, starting South Florida's day as only he can do it. Mornings on News Talk Radio 610, WIOD.
How about now? Boy, this is incredible. And why is this thing rattling like it's going to blow up here, man? There's something real strange here today.
Testing. Oh, you can hear me.
This is just like old times, isn't it?
Oh, they're trying to make us feel at home.
Hello.
10:07 at WIOD. Now, we did hear Paul Harvey, though, right?
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Okay, that's good. As long as we hear Paul, everything else pales into insignificance. Boy, that was exciting, wasn't it?
They're trying
and
to make
there's still something wrong, because, man, these things are just boiling. I mean, I don't even have them all the way up, which is good. I like that. But, man, there's something really bizarre going on in here. Do you hear that? Can you hear how that's
it's just like home.
Like feeding back?
Just like our last
we
home.
feel right at home now.
Yeah.
What'd they do, bring Rick Edwards in a building or something? Now all of a sudden I don't hear anything. What's that all about?
Hello.
Oh, God. Well, listen, it's been nice being with you. Hope you have a great weekend, and happy Thanksgiving. Happy Sukkot.
Funny, Rick Edwards comes to your brain whenever something like this happens.
And not only that, but you know how this first break comes sneaking up. By the time we get on the air, we're going to be into a break here already. Not yet. Don't panic, Roger. Don't get hysterical on us, but, Tim will fix it. He'll take a page out of the songbook from the other place and see if we can't patch it all together, right?
Does Rick Edwards come to your mind whenever
it comes
things like
to my
this
mind
happen,
when
Tim?
this happens. In fact, I see a mic stand hanging from the ceiling right now. Rick's probably up there on the other side, nailing it through, you know. Anyway, it's 10:08 at WIOD. I guess it's okay, just that these now are so much louder, which is good, because I'm using those, like, until we get the overhead thing in there to hear myself, because I don't want to wear them.
Me either.
Do you?
No.
We did enough of that for a year in that closet we were in. We don't want to wear that stuff.
No.
Anyway, I heard the Nelliest show I've ever heard in my life yesterday on this station.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what they say, what goeth around comes around. That's what they say. I didn't know Jack Sturdy had his own show, did you? I thought Steve was on in the afternoon on WIOD.
Well...
Wasn't he? Or is that, is he, like, in limbo?
He seems to love
Man, oh, man, that... Well, I don't even know what word to use at this point. That creature is just unbelievable. I thought they were going to talk about movies, too.
Mm-hmm. Well, they did. They did. Little bits and pieces, little snatches, if I can say that. Yeah.
But, boy, that... And, you know, I thought yesterday we had a bunch of lipperists calling, you know, several in a row there, which got me real nervous, because we like to kind of spread it around.
Balance.
Even it out, balance it out. That's exactly the word I was looking for. And not get too limp-wristed. But our show was like Hercules compared to what followed here, man. I'm going to tell you that. Seriously, with the Nelliest show I've ever heard in my life. Anyway, we have some incredible stuff here. Somebody sent us, in fact, it was Loose Bruce sent us a cassette of Your Mama, which I'm going to dub, and then Monday you can do your own little thing. So be sure and bring in your material on Monday. And then also, Loose Bruce sent us a virgin copy of the Swinging Erudites and Walk with an Erection, which we're going to be playing this morning.
Wow.
And we bumped it by Boopus, and Boopus said, hey, no problem, just, leave me alone, which is great. Okay, we are going to do our first break now, and then we're going to actually get the show on the road. And look at that, we've already got a whole bunch of lines lit there. That's good, because they couldn't even hear us in there going. 10 past 10 at WIOD.
Ranieri here. You probably heard Bob Soper and me talking about the Chica Lodge in Isla Morada. Now, Bob has been down there since they redid the place. I haven't yet, but I'm going in a couple of weeks. They tell me it's great. I know they spent a bundle on it, and it was great before. New oceanfront dining room, new restaurant, swimming pool, and sun deck right from Chica's 500-foot pier. Hobie cats and paddle boats, golf and tennis. And you get some very attractive rates right now. For example, now through December 22nd, Chica's got an unbeatable introductory rate of $110 a night. That's based on double occupancy with a minimum 2-night stay. There's also a special Thanksgiving holiday package available, complete with traditional turkey dinner and wine. Sounds pretty good to me. Relax on the beach, fish a little bit, get a little suntan, and a complete family turkey dinner to boot. Thanksgiving at the Chica Lodge. You can call them toll-free at 1-800-327-2888. That's the Chica Lodge. Call them toll-free, 1-800-327-2888. The Chica Lodge in beautiful Isla Morada.
When you want to make a dream come true, you wonder what you've got to do to win a car, see sports history, get money to go on a shopping spree. All you have to know is what it takes, and that is enter the Avis Great Seat Sweepstakes.
Avis is ready to put you in a great seat with the Avis Great Seat Sports Sweepstakes. Just fill out an entry at your participating Avis location between October 31st and December 10th, 1988. Grand prize is a luxurious Cadillac Alante sports car and a trip for two to your choice of any major sports event in the United States, plus $10,000 in cash. And there are other fabulous prizes, including a trip for two to Wimbledon on British Airways Concorde. No purchase necessary. Open to licensed drivers 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. Offer ends December 10th, 1988. See your participating Avis location for details. Avis, trying harder than the rest, even in sweepstakes.
Enter the Avis Great Seat Sweepstakes.
WIOD presents Chase the Dolphins, sponsored by Bentley's Luggage and Gifts, Delta Airlines, and American Tourister. Here's your chance to win great trips for two to a Dolphins away game, courtesy of Delta Airlines. We love to fly, and it shows. Receive round-trip airfare for two, hotel accommodations, and great seats to the game. Register now at your local Bentley's Luggage store, located in malls everywhere. No purchase necessary. Listen to WIOD for the winner each Tuesday before an away game. Brought to you by Bentley's, American Tourister, Marriott Hotels, where nobody takes care of business and the business traveler like Marriott, and News Talk Radio 610 WIOD. If you're missing WIOD Sports Talk, you're missing the sports scene in South Florida. Sports Talk, every night at 6 right here. Now, more with Neil Rogers on News Talk Radio 610 WIOD.
10:13 at WIOD. We didn't do so well at the horses again yesterday. The Bird is in a run. He's coming in at least second every day.
Well, that's
Kelly
not the
Super Pet
idea.
with Mike Gonzalez, 4-5, second by 8 lengths. So it wasn't exactly, that $3 to place in the show. And in the ninth race, I really bit the big one. Big Joey ran third. Sensible Bird ran sixth. And the second longest shot on the board, Banaruba with Doug Valiente won at 23.80. So we really bombed out yesterday. So it means we're due. I would mortgage a house today, and especially this crap you picked in the first race.
No.
15-1 in the morning line. North Athens in the first race with Juan Vives. I wouldn't
it
get
didn't
carried
jump
away.
out at me.
And I picked in the third Galleria Girl with Chavez. Of course, that's the morning line favorite. But when I see Galleria Girl,
be careful.
You just know it's got to be a big one.
Now, when I have a strong feeling, I will tell you. But I don't have a strong feeling today.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Expert over here.
Yeah, right.
Pete Axthelm of WIOD. Okay, it's 10:14, and I can't believe the phone man are going crazy. We have one line on the board that's open. It's in Broward, and if we fill that up, we can just take a picture of the board and leave, okay? 524 WIOD. Let's start in Boca. Hello.
Neil.
Yep.
How you doing?
We're doing it, pal.
That's great. I just wanted to remind all of America that Rick Satterman is a fascist. Good day.
Boy, that was a very pregnant call to start, okay? Now, that's his opinion. Didn't he say, in my opinion, he is a fascist?
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, in my opinion, okay, moving along, let's go to Lauderhill. Hello.
Yeah, hi. About a year and a half ago, I was working in my yard when I had a helper. We were putting sod in the yard, and you played a record.
You were putting sod in the yard. Is there some special reason why you're telling us that?
No, I was just trying to explain to you we were really doing a lot of muscular work, and you played a record that was so funny that we couldn't continue working. And all I can remember is that you said it was made in England in 1930.
No. It was made in Canada, and you're talking about the crepitation contest.
That's it.
And, well, I'm going to play it one of these in the next couple of weeks, providing, A, that my friend who's got the virgin cassette of it ever gets it to me, and B, that, of course, we get approval from Spike. And getting approval from Spike is almost automatic because he just, hey, go ahead. We don't care. What the hell?
All right.
So you'll be hearing it. Just, when you're out there sodding, when you least expect it, it'll be there.
Okay, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Amazing how many people heard
what
that.
is the story with these people today anyway? I'll tell you one thing. I must have slept bad last night because my back, when you sleep in a bad position and your back feels like you need 7 chiropractors?
Huh.
But other than that, I feel great because I know, it's psychological, I think, because I know we got this great Thanksgiving feast coming in from Joe at Taft Street Rotisserie.
Right.
And then we also have, I understand through the grapevine, some cheesecake coming in around 1.
Wow.
And, man, I'm telling you, it's just been a couple of weeks. And this week, as opposed to last week dragged. I mean, it was a long week for us.
Mm-hmm.
This week has flown by. Hasn't it? You bet. Man, it's just flown by. Even Roger said it's flown by.
It's Friday.
Yeah. 10:16 at WIOD.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Yeah. What does it tell you about an audience that needs to have some douchebag telling them what day of the week it is, right? Let's go to Perrine. Hello.
Hey, who is Spike?
What?
Who is Spike?
Oh, Spike is our operations manager at WIOD WGTR.
Okay, is this his nickname you've named him, or is this his real name?
Well, Spike. Like, you remember Spike Jones?
Oh, yeah.
And Spike Owens, who plays for the Red Sox or the Rangers or something?
Well, you remember that song, I Just Called to Say I Love You by Stevie?
Yes, I sure do.
Well, I just called to say that you are the king. That's all.
Well,
all
thank
I wanted
you.
to tell you.
Boy, what a nice call.
I'm a nice guy, but you're the king. That's all I wanted to tell you.
Let me ask you a question, sir.
What?
How old are you?
Yesterday when I
you called yesterday.
I'm 33, but anyway.
33. Well, you're still a nice guy.
Yeah, I know. My IQ's still about...
You sound a lot better today. Yesterday you sound a little depressed.
Well, I was.
Oh.
But,
You feel
I got
better
to
today?
talk to you yesterday, you see.
Oh, I see. That cheered you up. And now 2 days in a row, and you're on the verge of becoming chronic, right?
Unbelievable.
But
No, I
you're
won't be
still-
chronic. I'm going away, so I'll see you. I wanted to tell you you're the king. God bless you.
Where are you
Goodbye,
going?
sir. Well, we're going to go to Tallahassee for Thanksgiving.
Oh, God.
Boy,
there are a lot of turkeys up there, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, well, there's fresh ones. My brother goes out and he shoots one.
No, I bet he does, yeah. Okay, you have a good day now.
Hey, well, we'll see you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Boy, these people just love us, don't they?
Don't they?
They either love us or they hate us, like poison.
There's no in between.
Speaking of that, I wonder if Barbara Poison's got any mounts at Calder today. Just want to mention early post time at Calder. Please be very careful. You almost knocked my soda over, and I'd have gotten all the crap for that. Would you just try not to be so emotional? What was I going to say? Thanksgiving Day, Thursday at Calder, post time 11 a.m.
Really?
Yeah, they have an early post so that people can get their plunging over and then go home and have dinner with their family if they have enough money left to buy it. 10:18, and let's go to Miami. Hello.
Buenos días. ¿Dónde está Neil?
Hey, ¿cómo está?
Bien. This is Jorge. How you doing?
Good, Jorge. ¿Dónde está Jorge? We've been asking that.
Yeah. Well, I'm here up in North Miami somewhere. Listen, I just want to say that I've been listening to you guys for a while, especially you, Neil, since you were in WINZ. Used to remember the good times to burn out Jorge Valdez.
Oh, yeah, my pal. ¿Dónde está Jorge?
¿Dónde está Jorge? And I just want to say, I don't have much to say. I just want to say that I enjoy your show and listen to you all the time. And you and Bert have a great show.
Thank you.
All right? You have a good day now.
You too.
Bye.
Man, what's going on here today? Everybody is just in such a good mood. Well, that's because the Dolphins haven't played this week since Monday. And seems like a long ways away, doesn't it? Seems like a light year ago. Everybody wants to block that out of their mind. And they also want to block out of their mind the fact that Sunday will be coming around pretty soon again, Sunday night. But anyway, that's great. And, you know, we ordinarily we don't encourage tinkling and butt kissing and that because it gets pretty boring. But once in a while, when it comes unexpectedly like this, like when everybody calls without even giving the numbers out, and they're just in such a good mood, and they're just showering you with all kinds of affection and love and tinkling all over your brain. There's nothing wrong with that once in a while. Speaking of your brain, the aliens are coming on the Kane Show this afternoon, another one of these contrived shows. Steve speaks with members of the Raelian movement. And there are a lot of people in this town who could use a good movement, trust me. An atheistic religion that's waiting to welcome the extraterrestrials back to Earth. Nadine Bodoin and another Raelian will swoop down in their flying saucers at 2 o'clock on a Steve Kane show. Sounds like another pile of you-know-what, folks, right here on the radio. WIOD, where it's 20 past 10. Fat Rich is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Good
I'll tell you, we are really in the pink today. Everything great is happening. Good morning, Fat. And Rich today brought the sodas, and he also brought utensils.
Really?
That's what I like as a guy who's prepared for somebody else bringing the food. When he brings the forks and the knives and just sitting there rubbing his hands together, salivating, waiting for Joe to come from Taft Street Rotisserie. Also cheesecake at 1. And Fat Rich also brought us something very important for you pharmacists out there. This is an Ansel Incorporated condom recall. Now, this is legitimate. This is not a joke. And Lifestyle's Extra Strength with non-oxynol 3s. Oh, I see. There are 3 different categories, 3s, 4s, and 12s, and we're trying to figure out what those delineate.
Yeah.
But anyway,
be careful.
We'll leave that to your own imagination, I guess, huh? It says, please hold any of the above for your account manager to pick up, which I think is kind of cute. Thank you so much, Rich. Anyway, it's 10:23, and I can't believe these phones here today. What the hell is going on, man? They're going crazy. And we haven't even said anything yet. And we haven't played Walk with an Erection yet. We should play that this hour. Because we always play the good stuff when Nick comes in, and we never give Roger a chance to hear the good stuff. So we ought to... do you want to take that into Roger? Fat.
Great.
And meantime, we'll take a call from Miami. Hello.
Hello, Neil?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God, I can't believe I'm talking to you.
Yeah, you're talking to me. Aren't you excited now? Didn't this make your whole weekend?
Yeah, it does. And I'm a first-time caller. I've never called before, but I've listened for
but
about
nevertheless.
a year. And I don't mean to tinkle, but you are the greatest.
You're damn right, pal. And just don't forget it.
You know, and I've been to New York, and I've heard Howard Stern, but he stinks, you know.
Yeah. Howard Small Potatoes, like I said, he's funny once in a while because he uses those 6 or 7 words.
Right.
And if they ever take those words away, Howard's going to have to go back to washing dishes.
You could say that again.
Yeah, I'll say it again. If they ever take those 6 or...
Well, Neil, see, I'm calling because I have a problem. I figured you would be able to help me out.
What is it?
You see,
what is it?
You see, I have a choice between 2 jobs. I can either... I'm 19, right?
Yeah.
And I can work for a job for $5 an hour, which I don't like.
Oh, I got a third job for you that pays better than that, sir.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What is that?
Just a joke. Go ahead.
And then there's a job for $4 an hour, which, you know, I would like. Which one should I take?
Oh, take the one for $4 an hour. I'm telling you, money isn't everything, and especially for $1 an hour. How much difference is that? What are you going to do with that extra $1?
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
Right?
Yep, you're right. Oh, Neil, could you do me a favor, please?
What is that, sir? I knew you were going to ask for something. I could tell you sounded too good to be true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just would like you to call my friends Douglas, Tom, and Manny douchebags.
Doug, Tom, and Manny are douchebags, and it was very simple. I thought it was going to be like to play some long, you know.
Oh, no. Your show's great the way it is. I don't need to.
Well, I'm telling you, there are going to be a lot of hernias in town when this show's over today. Don't you feel like kind of a pain in the groin right now after this call?
I don't know.
Okay, well, it'll grow on you. Listen, have a great weekend.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye. Man, Tinklers Anonymous, look out. And again, this is kind of like the Uncle Bonsai stuff, the office women.
Yeah.
All over town
Love
for
this.
some reason just to really get into this. So without further ado.
Big time.
In a mighty twist, he wears his trousers way too tight, hoping that he'll score big tonight. He keeps his briefcase in his lap, or else you know that his face gets slapped. All the girls in the office, they say, hard on, beg my pardon. Walk with an erection. Every man, his Calvin Klein cut to the bone. Make sure that he don't go home alone. He spends his winters in Key West. He thinks the Blue Boy mag is the best. All the boys in Frisco, they say gay-o, 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 hey-o. Walk with erection. Boys from Maine to Mexico are all obsessed with sex and blow. Like the cop who carries a big nightstick is just an extension of his wick. He busts the hookers on the block unless they give service round the clock. Goes home to wife and kids so nice, although he gets off on working vice. Those college boys are true to form. They try to lure chicks into their dorm. They're oozing sweat from every pore. They drop their drawers, then they ask for more. All the girls from BU, they say hard on, beg my pardon. Walk with erection.
Give my regards to Neil Rogers. Tell him that I've never heard a smuttier program in my life.
What is that? You tell us after the next break? One thing about Rich, man, don't confuse him with opening the mic, because he just keeps rambling on. Nothing bothers him. I did notice he picked his head up like, gee, did I just hear something? But he just kept going right along. Don't worry about it. Anyway, it's 10:32 at WIOD. They are so nice over there. You know why? Because they're so damn happy we're not on in the morning against them anymore.
Your love life will be sweeter if you wrap your Peter. Keep a ring in your wallet every day. If you don't think you love her, you better use a rubber, because in National Condom Week we say, if you think she's funky, cover your monkey before you attack her. Wrap your whacker, cover your stuff before you hook. Don't be silly, protect your meat. When in doubt, shroud your spout. Even in December, just remember your love life will be sweeter. If you wrap your Peter, keep a ring in your wallet every day. If you don't think you love her, you better use a rubber, 'cause ain't a game you want to play. 'Cause ain't a game you want to play.
A public service message of the rock and roll animals at 97 GTR.
Wow. And we're worried about walk with an erection?
No wonder they don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
Well, if they can play that, we can do just about anything, okay?
No kidding.
Holy Toledo.
We're in shock. You know, we've been at Zeta too long.
Yeah, we've been repressed for too long.
Wow.
But we're going to ship that over to the Colonel so we can play it Monday morning. Once. Can you imagine?
Heart attack.
And they'd be down from Portland so fast.
On the next plane, like those
Hey,
lobsters.
look at what we got. We got Anita from Celebrity Cheesecake. How you doing, Anita?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, have you got your tape rolling?
Yeah, I got mine rolling.
How you got yours rolling? I mean, the tape is what I'm talking about.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, my tape's rolling.
Okay, I think you're not following us. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Are we using words that are too big for you?
How old are you?
16.
Oh, you're old enough. Okay, listen, just you got it rolling now, right?
Right.
How about your tape?
Yeah.
That's rolling too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, have a great weekend.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, I'm Sal.
And I'm Harry.
Here to tell you about our special place.
Just a short little drive. From New York is the Poconos.
Let's go.
That's where I wanna go.
To get away from it all.
Where was that?
In the Poconos. Eat gefilte fish. I love that stuff.
Play shuffleboard if you wish.
I got a 9. Go for Saturday brunch.
Or father food on top of your dish.
I hope it's kosher. In the Poconos, Sky Top and Buck Hill, Camelback and Bush Hill, Mount Ellie and Shawnee.
There's even Mickey Rooney.
I know. Split Rock and Cresco. Oh, let's go poking.